Hey yo, what's up guys? Welcome to today's video. So today's video is gonna be about jungle priority. So basically, what jungle camps should you be taking at what state of the game? And what are like the most important ones to get, and also which one are the most important to counter jungle? Like which one will hurt the enemy jungler the most to take? So as you guys know, red and blue buff are the number 1 and 2, the most important and second most important jungle camp to do. This means that this is also the most, or the two most efficient ones to be counter jungling and invading for, if you're showing them the opponent, the enemy jungler basically. So which one is actually number 1 and which one is actually number 2? So overall, for most junglers, it is going to be red buff that is stronger because it has a slow, it has health regen, and it has the burn damage. So that basically helps out on dueling, and for the most junglers, red buff will be the stronger buff to do. For other champions, such as Olaf or Artus or Hecarim or basically any other champion that are using a lot of mana, blue buff is more important than red buff. But then red buff will be number 2, and vice versa. If red buff is number 1, then blue buff is number 2. So that is pretty much the same thing as in Season 9. But in pre-Season 10, they decided to buff one jungle camp and nerf 4. No, not 4, 3, sorry. They decided to buff one jungle camp, which is Gromp, and they decided to nerf 3 jungle camps, which were Wolves, Raptors, and Krugs. So, surprisingly, I personally think that Gromp is now the third most important one to... the third most, like, valuable jungle camp. First thing being that it's super easy to take, it gives a decent amount of gold, and it gives a decent amount of XP as well. So, if you can either cover your own jungle, I heavily recommend covering your Gromp. And if you can counter jungle, I heavily recommend counter jungling the enemy Gromp. Then, surprisingly enough, I actually have Wolves and Raptors equally at number 4. Reason being that they both give actually the same amount of gold, and they give the same amount of XP. Wolves are probably a little bit easier to take overall for most junglers, so I guess Wolves are slightly more valuable than Raptors, but some junglers also have a really easy time, especially with Hunter's Talisman, playing Raptors as well. And then I actually have Krugs as the last place, reason being that it's simply the jungling camps that takes the longest time to do, even though it still gives a huge amount of gold and actually gives a huge amount of XP as well. It simply takes so long to do them that I don't find them as worth to do anymore, especially like a champion like Kha'Zix, but some other junglers it's probably more valuable to do. But overall, it just takes so much time to clear, because you basically have to clear Krugs like 3 times in order to like full clear them basically. So you could do a half clear and just get some of the XP and some of the gold and leave the rest if that's what you want to, but yeah. You can also full clear, but it just takes up a lot of time, and with the reduced jungle spawn timers, I prefer to just do Gromp, Wolves, and Raptors over and over again. And now you have Scuttle Crab. You should just always be picking up Scuttle Crab whenever it's up, whenever you're able to get it. Simply because it's so valuable. It gives you the vision first of all, but also gives a decent amount of free gold actually, essentially, and a decent amount of XP as well. But that is pretty much like my priority list. If we are gonna go ahead and take a look at the numbers, then we can see at number 1 and number 2 we have red and blue. As I said, most junglers will prefer to get red buff or value red buff more than blue buff, simply for the dueling power. But as you can see, they both give 100 gold and they both give 115 XP at level 1. So they basically give the same amount of XP. Then we have Gromp, which actually gives more gold and more XP, which is why I think it's the most valuable normal jungle camp, sitting at number 3 spot. Then we have Wolves and Raptors, again as you can see, both giving 85 gold and you get 95 XP, so they're basically equally the same. I just overall think that wolves are slightly easier to do for most junglers compared to raptors, but it doesn't really matter. And then we have Krugs. As I said, Krugs give actually the most gold and the most XP in the game, in early game. But the thing is that it takes such a long time to do, so in the time that you clear Krugs, you could potentially be clearing like 2 jungle camps in the same amount of time. And that way they basically give less gold and less XP simply because it takes so much time. And as you can see, Scuttle Crab giving 70 gold at level 1, 115 XP, just like red and blue. Actually a pretty decent amount of gold and XP that you get from that one. And it is not listed at the bottom. It is just a bonus kind of jungle camp here. So you should just always be picking up the Scuttle Crab whenever you can. To simply get like this free lead over the enemy jungler basically. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, if you can, always get the red and blue if possible. Same for Scuttle Crab, super valuable to get. But in terms of the normal jungle camps, Gromp is super good. It was the only jungle camp that got buffed. While Wolves, Raptors, and Krugs got nerfed. And I actually feel like Krugs are kind of bad to do. Like, you can do it, but I personally prefer to skip out on Krugs if there's something else to do on the map. So if I have another jungle camp up, I will skip Krugs to go to that other jungle camp. Or if I can do a gank, if I can counter jungle, I would rather do that than just doing Krugs, simply because it takes up so much time. Yeah, that is pretty much it. It's a short video basically explaining what jungle camps are most valuable. If you want to have a link to this sheet, I will link it down below. Otherwise, I actually have this page right here. I will take a screenshot and put it into the sheet as well, so you have everything in one document. So just go ahead and click the description down below, and then you'll be able to see all of this information in case that you forget. But yeah, that was pretty much my jungle priority list. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, or join my stream over at twitch.tv/Kami_Kha'Zix. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. There's gonna be coming up a bunch of educational content for jungle, for season 9 or season 10 overall, how to play ranked solo queue, everything. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. And if you're watching the video today, as I recorded, the 3rd of December, I am going live on Twitch, gonna be playing some Kha'Zix games. I'm gonna be playing my Diamond 2 promos on Smurf. So if you're watching this video within a few hours that it's coming up, then go ahead and join my Twitch stream instantly. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video or on my next live stream over at Twitch. So see you guys.